Hi, what's ahead this week in three main areas? I'm going to deal with three questions. The first is, what do you need to do? What actions can you take to move forward on a project, whether it's in work, your personal project, or in your finances? The second question is or what advice Spirit will give us through the cards on how to improve your relationships, whether it's familial, friends, or a love relationship, if that's been wrestling with you. So keep these questions in mind as I shuffle the cards. And then finally, the third area will be how to optimize your health. Any specific things you can be doing to optimize your health. Hi, I'm Laura with Heart Driven Tarot, and thank you for joining me today for this upcoming outlook for the week of March 3rd through the 9th. I apologize for my absence. Although I may be acting normal right now, I did go through a major loss. We lost my son, Andrés, who was 28 years old. And so that's why I've been absent the past 5 weeks. And I will say that I've never been through something like this before. Yes, I lost my mother 2.5 years ago. It's totally different when someone who's 91 and has lived a full life and goes. We're always sad, but it's quite a different experience and hole in your heart when your child and someone who's 28 years old transitions. So I'm dedicating this reading especially to him, to Andres. We had a wonderful service for him. A ton of people came out. They have standing room only. And we had a lot of songs and stories that we shared. And the song that I'm going to focus on, or that accompanies this reading for this week, is My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion, that was in the movie The Titanic. It's one of my favorite songs, and it's a song I included in my suggested playlist. It's giving my son's close friend. We were all giving him different songs to include with a particular slideshow and video that he's been creating. And so to get started with this week, as usual, I'd like to share a crystal card. This week I selected the Smokey Quartz, And the focus of this, the key words are stress relief and freedom. And Smoky Quartz is a brilliant and stress stone and supports a better tolerance for stressful situations. And definitely grief is one of the most stressful life situations. Smoky quartz is soothing and takes your mind off pure survival. When you are not focused on your struggles, you are free to create and manifest solutions. So that's smoky quartz. That is this week's crystal. And I also selected an angel card, Archangel Oracle card. And the one I selected today for this week was Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. So I hope you find that helpful. And let me check my settings here and make sure everything's okay. All right, I'm going to select 3 cards for this week. First question is related to personal projects or workplace or finances, how you can move forward. Second is relationships, how to improve them. And third, how to optimize your health. Lower the camera. First card, dealing with work projects or finances. Death card reversed. Okay, a major arcana card. Second card is, wow, the moon for relationships. What's important to focus on? What block perhaps you need to release? And then the third card is health, Page of Cups reversed. All right. Death card reversed. When upright, the Death card is Major Arcana number 13 in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And contrary, a lot of people call this the card of transformation. I differ with that. Yes, it can be transformed because death is transformation. It's a transition from life to the next realm. This came in the position of related to work projects and it became reversed. And for me, it represents, when it's upright, it represents endings, the completion of something. Given that's reversed, and I was asking advice, how do you can move forward in a particular project, personal project, work project, or area of your finances that maybe needs fine tuning. And what this suggests to me is that you've been resisting the completion of something. Maybe you're a perfectionist and you are trying to dot every I and close every T. But I feel what Spirit is saying is it's time to move forward. It's time to complete this particular area and that this is significant. It's really important that you do this. Let me see if anything else comes to mind. Well, what's coming to me intuitively is I feel like as if you might have a particular attachment to the way certain things should have gone, and they didn't go that way, and you're trying to hang on and perhaps tweak things, but it's important to let it go, to acknowledge that you've done as much as you could, and you need to wrap things up. See if there's anything else. There's always, and we see the sunrise, sunset in the background. The dawn, there's a dawning that always comes after the evening, after the nighttime. And what's also coming to me intuitively is that there may have been some challenges with this project or this area of your life in your personal projects or work or finances, difficulties. And again, I feel that you've been trying to fix them, but now's the time to let it all go and be able to close this chapter, number 13. And 13 also drills down to a 4, adds up to a 4, which is a structure. It just, I feel intuitively saying you've been resisting bringing things to a close, but it's time to bring things to a close, at least in a particular area of your work or project or finances, or a complete project. Now, the next card relates to advice. What's most important to move forward or to take vis-a-vis a relationship, an important relationship. And we have the Moon card, number 18, also a major arcana. So this is a heavy-duty reading this week. We have 2 cards out of 3 that are major arcanas. And what the moon often signifies is that something's hidden, that there's something below the surface. It's a nighttime. You can't see everything as clearly as you'd like. And what I feel, we also have these 2 dimensions. We've got the 2 towers on each side. And this often, for me, represents the demarcation between the unconscious or subconscious and the conscious mind or realm. And I feel what Spirit is advising is that it's time to bring some things to the surface, perhaps to look, listen to your subconscious or listen to your intuition very deeply. And that will allow you to move forward into greater clarity, to receive the illumination from the moon, and to get things moving in a more empowering way. And what's also coming to mind as far as relationships is that, because we have the wolf and the dog baying at the moon, suggesting some challenges, some difficulties, some frustrations. I feel, and we also see this lobster-like figure crawling out, coming out of the water and moving forward on what to me that always looks like that yellow road. It's almost like the yellow brick road to making progress and to going toward the illumination. And so what I feel is needed is that you need to recognize there's some things maybe that haven't been brought to the surface, bring them to the surface, communicate some things. I know I've been guilty of this in the past, letting things lie or not be brought up because I didn't want to shake things up or possibly have things create friction. What I feel Spirit is suggesting, though, this is the time, this week is time to bring things up to the surface, listen to your intuition, be diplomatic, but communicate what you want or what you feel is important for you in this situation, in this relationship. And then finally, as far as optimizing your health, we have the Page of Cups. Now, when upright, the Page of Cups and the cups relate to feelings and emotions, sentiments, they're the intuitive side as well. And we see that the turbulent waves in the background. We have this young man whose headpiece is also reminiscent of the waves. It's blue. It's like the wave, same color as the ocean behind him. And then he's holding this gold goblet from which a fish is emerging, and it looks like he's speaking to him. And often this is associated with the idea of if it's relationship reading, but it wasn't where we weren't asking that question, we were asking about health, but it is getting a message. I feel that listening to your intuition, if you want to optimize your health, given that's reversed, is that you want to turn within and tune into what your heart guides you, whether there are things that you can start doing to revitalize yourself, to bring back that youthful energy. Yes, I feel so that you feel solid. I mean, he's on this almost looks like a stage platform. And then there are these roses, flowers on his robe. I feel what Spirit is advising is to optimize your health. You need to turn within, tune into your own youthful vibes, youthful energy, youthful ideas. In fact, there's a study done 40 years ago or so by Dr. Eileen, I think it's doctor, she's a PhD, Eileen Langer, where they took these older men, I don't know, they were in their late 70s, 80s, etc., and had them go to a place for the weekend or a week where they all returned. Everything around them was magazines, music from 20 years prior. And so I feel like this is suggesting to me the Spirit is saying, think about how you felt when you felt at your optimal, when you felt at your most vibrant. Tune into that and then listen for your inner guidance on how to get back on track if you haven't felt that your health has been optimal. I know I've been feeling especially great the past few days, but before that, going through the first stages of grief, of course, I'm going to be grieving for a while, but I wasn't able to do my normal routines, etc. And all of a sudden, I was feeling like when I got back to them, the first day or two, like jumping on the trampoline, my knees were feeling out of whack. I thought, what is going on? But now I feel like I'm getting back on track and feeling as good as I normally feel. So think about that. I believe Spirit is advising you to turn within and tap into that youthful energy that you have enjoyed and look for ideas, listen for guidance on how to best practices, whether it's your nutrition, your exercise program, your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Listen for ideas and clues on how to maximize and optimize those. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. If you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with heart-driven tarot.